Well, California has many problems, from crime, unchecked homelessness, rising cost of living, businesses fleeing the state. The 2026 governor's race is already drawing big names. As we just mentioned, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco is in. Former Fox News host Steve Hilton just announced, and more are expected to follow. But one candidate says it's not about name recognition, it's about who's actually willing to fix what's broken. His name is Zacky. He is a businessman and former vice president of Zacky Farms, a fourth-generation Californian with deep roots in the agriculture and a firm belief that Sacramento has forgotten everyday people. He's not backed by big donors or political machines. He's running because he says, like many Californians, well, he is just fed up with what is happening. And joining me now is Zacky himself. Leo, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. So most people know the Zacky name from the poultry industry. What made you pivot from business to now all of a sudden politics?
Well, I'd been around politics since I was 15 when I was getting involved with the California Poultry Federation. My grandmother would take me along to DC and Sacramento where I'd get to meet all the politicians and bureaucrats. And so when I was 18, I became an official board member. So I got to go and essentially lobby on behalf of the industry and deal with these folks. And I realized very quickly at a young age that these people really don't understand business or industry, and they don't care about you or your business or your family, but they certainly love being wined and dined and told how special they are. So seeing how the sausage is made behind the scenes in our political world was a big eye opener for me. And after we got our business decimated by California's over regulatory processes here, high minimum wages, I mean, just being hammered on the fact that we were existing as an entity in California and providing jobs here put us in a position where we couldn't compete on a national scale or a global market. And so unfortunately, after 90 years of serving the best poultry in the nation, we had to shut our doors.
Yeah, so you're coming from personal experience. We could talk about that more in just a second, but you've said that the state is in absolute turmoil. How did we get here, and what is your vision to fix it?
Well, we got here due to a supermajority and electing folks that just, again, don't understand how this state works and what actually makes the gears move. In California, agriculture is the #1 reason that we are as large of an economy as we are. But we are falling because we are not allowing these industries to get the help and the financial incentives that they need to thrive. Our dairies are now exiting California. Our water has been such a continuous problem that the cost of food has gone up and people can't produce at the levels that they need to. So there's basic foundational issues that are limiting California's ability for growth. And when you factor in the environmental components, you have more devastating wildfires that force insurance companies not to allow them to actually insure people here with our insurance commissioner and capping that. Then you have the limiting on the ability for us to extract oil here in California and use it. And then just clearly the mismanagement of our funds. I mean, there's a whole host of issues, but bringing solutions forward is what I'm really good at. And that's exactly what I have here for all of California.
Well, Leo, you're not a household name, right? But the company, obviously, a lot of people know Zacky. But how do you break through in a race that is filled with, big names?
Well, opportunities like this are great, but really social media is going to be the big thing. I'm working very hard. I've got a great team of people that I've just brought on board that are going to help grow that profile. But I get out all over the state. I get in front of crowds large and small. I get involved with all different organizations, and I love to support candidates that are actually real grassroots people, not bought and paid for, machine controlled people, real Californians that really want to make change and that have the intestinal fortitude to make it happen. So by getting involved, that's the best thing I can do, and just showing folks that there is a path forward. So when I get to talk to folks about how we're going to end homelessness and how we're going to end the drought and how we're going to create additional revenue streams that are going to allow us to pay down the debt that will make people's lives more affordable and their communities safer. Because if you don't have a strong economy, how can you expect to have a crime-free area? When economies are down, crime goes up. So we have to fix our economy by creating additional revenue streams for Californians.
And you come from a well-known business family. What would your grandfather say about you running for office in this political climate? And you've also talked about, raising a family here. What kind of California do you want your children to grow up and our children to grow up in?
Well, I think my grandfather would, I think he'd want me to focus on the business, but since we don't have the business anymore, I mean, I'm here to fix California because this is home and I love it very much. And I do want to raise a family here. The problem is it's very difficult. My friends, they moved out of the state. My hockey teammates, they can't afford to live here. So
You're right.
they pack up and they move to places like Vegas or Nashville or Texas, Florida, whatever, because they can keep more of what they earn and they
Yep.
get more bang for their buck. So who can blame them? But the problem is those are the brightest people I know, and they're too smart to stick around and get screwed over. But the problem is that we have this brain drain here in California. So the good people that can actually stay back and help get in the fight, they leave. And I refuse to leave because this is my home, and I'm not going to let a bunch of woke individuals run this state into the ground any further. I'm at a point in my life where I have the time and the money and the motivation and the plan to make this successful. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, those of us from California hear that all the time. What are you doing there? But if there aren't people like you, like people like us, left in the state to fight for the state of California, then who's going to fight for everything that is happening here? Leo, Zacky, how can people find information about you?
Well, the best thing you can do is go to my website. That's leozacky.com, Leozacky. And then also follow me on the social medias. Instagram is great. That's at Leo S. Zacky. I post stuff there daily. I mean, you guys are going to really love the solutions I have. I can't wait to share it with all of you. It's good things are coming.
Leo Zacky, running for governor of California. Not a big name, but he says you don't have to be a big name with big donors and big money, just great ideas. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll stay in touch.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.